WEHT Local Lifestyles continues.
Alzheimer's disease presents patients and families of patients with a host of difficult challenges. American Senior Communities' Vicki Reno is here to tell us about their services and how they come alongside those who are struggling with this debilitating disease. It's nice to see you, Vicki.
Thank you for having me.
What, in American Seniors Communities, what are you providing for people and families who struggle with Alzheimer's?
Well, our memory care venues are called Auguste Cottage, after the first woman that was ever diagnosed with Alzheimer's, Auguste Dieter. And in our cottages, we provide a lot of different programming for our residents, as well as some support group offerings for our family members and outside community members as well. So,
what sorts of programs are provided there?
We follow what's called a meaningful day calendar, and so basically the calendar is designed so there's something new going on pretty much every half hour of the day, and it goes with the basic energy levels, energy patterns of your brain waves, so that we have, you know, peaks and valleys, and so we mirror that in our activity programming, touching 8 different domains of wellness. Studies show that if we touch 8 domains of wellness that we're accustomed to in normal life, then it can provide a much better quality of life for those who are living with Alzheimer's or like forms of dementia. So some of the domains of wellness might be social, intellectual, spiritual, physical, just to name a few of the domains that we touch on.
Can you give us a picture of a typical day for a patient?
Sure, yeah. So we do a person-centered care approach. So every person is different. So every resident's day may be slightly different, but typically they're rise and shine. They get ready for breakfast. Some will help set the table. Some will help serve the dining program itself. Some will help clean up. They roll into an exercise program. They review news. They have social events throughout the day. A lot of items that are provided to them that really allow them to focus on what their abilities are rather than what their disabilities are.
So, and this program is at Cypress Grove. We're opening it up, a new one, and then there's an open house coming up.
Yes, yes. Cypress Grove in Newburgh has an open house on April 12th, starting at 5 p.m., and it's an opportunity to really tour the community and see the innovation that we've put into the Auguste Cottage there.
So will you be walking the guests that day through kind of a typical day so they can get a feel for it?
Yeah, we'll show them sample calendars. The residents will be doing some of the activity programming as well. There'll be food and beverages available from our culinary program. So.
And what time does that start?
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yes.
Do they need to make a reservation?
No reservation necessary, but you know, anybody's welcome to come in, whether they're looking for a placement for a loved one or they know somebody who may be living with Alzheimer's or like forms of dementia, then they're welcome to come and tour.
Are these all in-resident programs or are they outpatient programs?
These are all in residence. It's residential living. Yeah.
For folks who are watching this and thinking this might be for me or my loved one, if they can't make it that day, how do they schedule a tour?
Well, they can go to asccare.com and they can identify any one of our locations through that, or they can call Cypress Grove directly and schedule a tour there.
And you have how many facilities throughout the state?
Yeah, we have 67 memory care venues throughout the state of Indiana.
And that's, you can see the need is increasing and increasing. So it's a real advantage to have that at Cypress Grove.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Vicki, for being here and sharing that information on this really difficult disease for families.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Local Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.
This portion of Lifestyles is brought to you by American Senior Communities.